See, when you hit the camera real hard with your hand, it shuts off on you.
Yeah.
So quit brutalizing my camera when you beat it with my hand as it goes by your camera. Okay, so the mouse link now clears the chain. We got to order some parts up, so it'll take a couple days to get those in because it's too late to order today. So a couple days we should have those parts in. Now the next thing is, how's our strut location looking? Where's your tape measure?
It's probably sitting over right there.
There you go, right there. How wide's your tire? Your fender, I mean.
7.5.
You got a good memory, or you guessed?
Good memory.
7.5. 7.5.
We made such a big deal out of that fender, you know.
7.5. Look at it. See, it's straight.
It was a little bit over 7.5 at the front, wasn't it? Right here?
No, 7.5 on both.
Okay.
Where it's off is that it's actually bent this way in the back.
Oh, look at that. Great job. Chrome's barely even fucked up.
Because see, this here should be over here. See, these are adjustable. So you make them equal.
Mm-hmm.
See, now this one's it's closer here than here, so you get bend it this way.
That one's a bit tougher to bend.
Just figure out where you want it to be. Maybe about there. Seven and a half. 7.5. All right. Now it looks more straight, see?
Mm-hmm.
Adjusted them. Moved them over about 60 thou.
And now we put the fender on?
So, now you want to see how close it is to being what you need. So if you look at the back of the bike or the front, look at the angle of the cardboard, or the, stand back a ways. See the angle the board's at?
Straight? More or less straight. A little bit.
Okay,
Oh,
this
right.
one should be identical, is it?
That one looks a little like it's going a little bit in. Can you do the other one again? Yeah, they're about the same. They're
Pretty
both like a
close.
tiny bit in, yeah.
So that's how centered we are. We're pretty close. And see, I didn't have to cut the tire yet. We still might have
Good
to shave
shit.
it yet to keep it off. Because the chain's flex around a little bit.
And you know, the chain will do the job itself if it's a problem, right?
Yeah, but it's not supposed to do that. Okay, so that's good. Where's your fender at?
Is that it right there?
Could be. Does it resemble your bike?
Not my bike, but it resembles my bike fender.
Mark?
Yeah.
We just lost all your belts. Did your pants fall down? You like it there?
I kind of like the tight clearance look, you know. It's almost like it's hard-tailed, you know. It looks good.
Oh, there's a piece of pipe I could have used for something. Okay, here's your belt.
Perfect. Perfect.
Okay, there's your tire clearance.
What more could you hope for?
Be on the bike would be nice. Now this hasn't been adjusted over here yet because nobody come in here and nailed it yet with a big hammer.
What do you mean adjust it? Like it's too far out?
It's not flat. Somebody bent the damn thing and
Oh.
screwed it up.
Someone fucked it up is what you're saying?
Look at that. Smooth as a baby's butt.
Yeah?
Now the bottom one's got the same problem though.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I get to it, the shock's in the way. If I hit the shock, does it matter?
It's the bottom of the shock. No one's gonna see that.
There you go. It's still a little bit more there, but it looks more even.
Yeah.
Precision adjustments. Okay, now this shock is in the way.
Which shock?
This one.
What, you're trying to collapse it all the way?
Well, you want to get a fender on the bike, don't you?
Right.
Do you think maybe any of this stuff changed after all the work I did on the bike?
No.
Did you see all the torch work I did?
The torch. Yeah, I did. I saw the video.
The powder coat accidentally got damaged.
Is it a oh, yeah. Man, we need to get the whole frame powder coated again. You just painted it too.
Accidentally got damaged. I'm not sure how that happened.
Yeah, accidents happen.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I have no idea how that happened, but it's evidently powder coat doesn't hold up to
Torches?
2,000 degrees temperature. I thought it did. I thought that was high temperature.
It's a fair mistake.
Yeah, I thought that was high temperature powder coat, but
Yeah, we don't even need to take it off, right? We just
what?
the shock.
Yeah, I need my camera.
We can just leave the shock like that, right?
Okay, do your job, sir.
Jack it down.
Jack off time.
Favorite time of the day.
Yeah.
Should I hold the bike or anything, or is it fine?
Did it fall over yet?
Not yet. Will it?
I don't know. I'm going to find out. What did you do to my camera stand here? Jeez. You let Junior over here look at the camera. Look what happens.
There we go. We're getting there.
You getting there finally?
Yeah. Almost there. And that rubber does compress a good bit.
You did?
Yeah, should it compress all the way?
I don't know. Did it fall over yet?
No. There. Now it's off the lift.
The bike didn't fall over yet?
No, not yet. Should I take the lift out? Because then I think it might fall over.
Push on it?
Push on it?
Yeah, we'll wait on the bike. Does it go down anymore?
No, no. I mean the rubber is compressed like all the way down here.
You get a compressed rubber now?
Yeah.
Or do we need to have this much clearance? Or that much clearance?
I don't know.
Depends on how much tire growth you're going to want to have.
Tire growth?
Tire growth.
What is tire growth?
Means when you're going down the road about 150.
I don't think I'm going to be going 150.
I thought this was a sport bike.
But it'll go fast, but not that fast.
Oh, well, right now we have this much room here for tire growth. See,
Is it going to grow that much at 150?
We have a 14 millimeter belt and an 8 millimeter belt. That's our tire clearance. So that's how much tire clearance you're going to get for growth.
A little bit less than an inch. 22
So,
millimeters.
And I got like 40 pounds of air pressure in already. So now you can drop it down to just either one of these two if you want, depending on how brave you want to be. Now, you think that rubber's going to compress anymore over there, or is it totally bottomed out?
Totally bottomed out. That's not going. See what I mean?
This one here?
Yeah.
This one is loose? You don't think that rubber's going to compress anymore? I bet you compress it more when you hit a big bump.
Yeah, I mean, but you saw how it was before.
Of course, you do have a lot of ground clearance on the bike, too, so.
Control of the bike now.
Got like 1 inch. Okay, well, we can put the fender where you want because it is adjustable by where we put the holes. But once you put the holes in there, it's going to be non-adjustable.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what it looks like right now with the lots of maximum clearance. First problem is it doesn't fit anymore.
Too tight?
Appears to be the shock bolts that are in the way.
Shock bolt?
Or fender bolts. It doesn't fit.
No, I think it has more to do with the strut.
No, strut ain't a problem.
Yeah, it's hitting it's hitting this thing. I don't know what you call it, the like guide for the bolt.
Oh, is it back hitting on one of those again?
There we go.
Yeah, but see, I'm down to the bolt over here.
Yeah, not before we would like tuck it in basically, and it would.
I'm trying to tuck it in, but I don't want to tuck. So this bolt is in our way, and then that bolt over there, long head, is going to be in the way too a little bit.
Even if we put it face down first, like Missy.
So the bike has obviously gone down further than it used to. Okay,
So-
raise the bike up a little bit. Hold on, let me get a measurement first.
Perfect. Just perfect.
Okay, we're at 20 inches on the center. Okay, jack me up an inch or two. Get the fender in here and then we can drop it back down, see if it fits inside those bolt heads.
Okay.
Okay, where's our marks at? We had these here. There's where we had it. Okay, run it
No,
off the chain.
that's. You want me to lower it again, or?
We're laying on the chain right now, right? We're laying on the chain right now?
Yeah.
Okay. We roll it back. That's the chain right there. We came back just a little bit to where you wanted it. Okay, go ahead and Drop her all the way down.
Fender's moving around.
That's because it's hitting on things.
So
You all the way down yet?
I'm just going with the lines of the.
This bolt we're hitting hard on, like I told you we're going to.
Yeah. And not that one. You want me to keep going down?
Nope, can't go any further. So right now this bolt head's in the way now. Hard. So we cannot have that bolt head there without dimpling the fender. This one here we got just a little bit of clearance, so we're still okay on that one.
But it's gonna start hitting once we lower it more.
Raise me up so I can get this bolt out of here.
There. You want me to go more?
Oops, more. Okay. Screwdriver. Do that. Give me another screwdriver. Or give me an Allen wrench right there. Good. Oh, there it goes.
What were you trying to do there?
There's washers in there. Where's my bolt?
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I'm about to go up a lot higher.
You want to go higher?
Yeah, there's a straight shot in here.
Lower?
Hold on for a flashlight. Should two washers in there. Yep, everything is still in there.
Lower?
Not yet. Well, you're impatient, aren't you?
How about now?
Where's my nut?
Did you put it down on the ground?
I don't know that one nut. I'm still on the ground. Yeah, make it look better, see? Where'd my wrench go? Everything disappeared. You've seen all my tools, aren't you? Okay. Go ahead and lower it down. Hold on. We're hitting on this bolt.
On which one? And that bolt, yeah. But this one can be shortened, right?
Yes, but we got to take the shock off to do it. So we're hitting on this bolt head pretty heavily here. So this fin is going to have to be dimpled right here to even put the thing on the bike.
You want me to raise it again?
Okay, so we're going to have an issue with that. How far are we on the bumper? Are we hitting the rubber right now?
Hitting this?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it's almost all the way collapsed. I can probably lower it a bit if you want. But
Right now we're hitting on a lot of stuff. So
yeah, it's almost all the way compressed. Let me raise it again?
where's our original mark at?
It looks like it just needs to be shifted over.
So we're hitting on the front, jacking up the back here on the mark.
No.
Okay, so these two bolts are causing it to tilt like this. Okay, jack it back up. Let's get these out of there again.
Can I get the fender out? Or the bolts?
I gotta get the bolts out.
I think you're good.
Nope. Okay.
You want me to do this one? I'll get that. I shouldn't take it out though, right? Because of the.
Okay, should be up there now. The struts are free to move a little bit, but
You want me
yeah.
to jack it up?
Go down.
Go down, right?
Everything's gonna clear now.
Aha!
What?
We're there.
Bottomed out?
Maybe a little bit more, but. Well, no, but. This one, where the. A bit higher is where the fender is.
Is that too much ground clearance under there?
Yeah, plenty.
Look at that.
Plenty for cornering. Should I jack it back up to where it's lining up with the marks?
Nope. Still trying to figure out what bottom is. We all the way down?
Oh, no.
Obviously it's still dropping if we're not all the way down.
No, it is.
Are we laying on that crescent wrench?
Which one? This one?
Yeah. What about that axle?
No, it's all the way down.
We got actually ground clearance still?
Yeah.
How much is under your finger under there?
What?
What do you got, an inch?
2 fingers.
2 fingers.
A little bit more. Maybe 3.
1 inch.
Yeah, about 3
2 and a half.
fingers.
2 and a got an
But
inch
that's with this muffler, which is going to be changed out, right? So.
an inch and a half. There's an exhaust bracket down there too. Okay, so this here.
Exhaust bracket's pretty low. About an inch.
Okay, right now the fender is at an odd angle. See how it's tilted?
What do you mean? Tilted forward?
It's tilted side to side. It's hitting on that tube that's in here, on the other side of the fender that ain't cut off. Okay, so right now we have a lot of travel on this bike.
You think?
Yeah, a little
Really?
bit. Yeah, just a little. Now you can put limiters on this, so it doesn't go so far.
Like more pieces of rubber there?
Yeah. Or put a move the rubber up and put a bushing under it, so it doesn't go up so it stops at a lower level. How's our chain clearance? We got chain clearance right now? Is there slack in the chain?
Yeah, actually, well, slack in the chain, it's a bit tight, but...
Yeah, it's actually about 0, so we're good.
What do you mean by 0?
That means there's chain's pretty well tamped out. There's not a lot of clearance in it at all.
But it's not even getting close to touching the oil tank.
It's not hitting the oil tank?
Not even close. It's got like half an inch.
I put that smaller sprocket on there, remember?
Yeah. But it's got a lot of space.
We got a 1/2 inch of clearance. Oh, geez, look at that.
No.
I wasn't expecting that. See, that's a smaller sprocket. But I still got the big sprocket on it still.
Is it going to rub on the sprocket cover?
Well, you mean like these marks are already here?
What do you mean? Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Is that going to happen?
Well, it happened before, so it might happen again, yeah. See, right now I got a 21-tooth Chinese sprocket on it, which dropped the diameter down quite a bit from that 22 we had on it. So that brought this whole chain line down right here. We're going to put a smaller sprocket back here, which is going to raise the gearing back up. So overall, we'll have about the same gear ratio. But I was going to put the 22 back on the front, but maybe we won't. But I think we'll have enough chain clearance even with that, but I was going to modify the tank mounting anyway. So, all right, so, but like I said, if we put a limiter in here so it doesn't collapse down so far, it'll be pretty good.
This gives us a lot of space to
Now, I'm
make...
not sure how much travel we have in our suspension right now, but it's quite a bit. We didn't measure the height of the bike before we dropped it.
Can we raise it again?
So we were at 20 inches on the strut. Right here. So we're still a little bit high on this side. About a 1/4 inch. 3/16 still up higher than it was without the fender in it. But it's leaned over right now. The bike's not straight, so the kickstand is keeping it from being straight.
Lift up the kickstand.
But I think we have in the same spot, so it should have repeated. So you got to decide if you want to have full travel like this or limit the travel, because that dictates where the fender's going to sit.
So shouldn't the travel just be dictated by the rebound and dampening?
Travel's travel. You drop off the side of a building, it's going to bottom out.
Why would we want to limit the travel?
So it doesn't bottom out the exhaust system on the ground. It'll throw you in the ground.
Do you think?
Where's the seat? Behind you over there somewhere?
So what's the chance?
The problem right now is when you got the bike leaned over in a corner.
If you hit a bump, then it's gonna.
If you're leaned over and you hit a bump in the middle of a corner, that pipe's going to hit and it's going to throw you off the bike.
But how much of a bump does that have to be?
I don't know. It depends on how stiff those springs are.
Yeah.
Okay, put that on there. See if the seat height is matching this fender. Or do you want the fender to drop down a little bit? Seems like it matches fairly easy. Is the front of the seat on top of that bracket?
Yeah, This?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's about the stock location for that seat.
It's not quite right though, I think. Yeah, I don't know.
It's pretty
Can't really
close.
tell. Yeah, it is pretty close.
So you have about the stock
God, what a
fender
hideous
height
fucking
right
seat.
now.
You know that seat's hideous, right?
I've heard comments about that. It's comfortable though.
It is comfortable. I kind of like it like this. What if we just took out the springs on the...
Just run it bottomed out like that. Put some struts on it.
Yeah, there we go. I don't need those shocks anyways.
Well, we can drop the front end. We could put that black front end on there and drop it way down.
Yeah.
Put this thing right down with about 1 inch of ground clearance.
Yeah.
That'll work good. Cruise down.
I like the idea of keeping the shocks like this and switching out for the black fork so it's got really nice suspension that it never uses.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Real low down, yeah. All right, well, you have to build a fender for the height that it's going to ever hit. So if you're going to bottom out the suspension, we got to have some room. Now we can drop the fender the thickness of the thin belt. We can take out that 8mm belt and just leave the 14 in there, which gives us about a 1/2 inch of thickness.
Of like clearance?
Yeah, we can pull out the 3/8 of an inch out of that and drop the fender some more.
Yeah.
So we can do that, but I have to go out. The tube right now is sitting up inside the fender. So I'm not sure what we're going to do for wiring clearance because right now there's no room for a tube in there. At least not that big ass tube they welded in.
We gotta run the wiring inside the fender struts.
Well, like I said, you're going to have to figure out how we're going to do it because right now it looks like that tube's going to have the tube has to come out right now.
Yeah, but if we run it in the fender struts, then we don't have a problem, right?
Yeah, we already got notches back here. Some dumbass did it that way. So yeah, good.
Instead of drilling holes in the fender?
Yeah, the other problem is we're actually hitting on the fender or the frame bracket right here too right now. So we actually are hitting right here with the frame bracket. Now that can be taken care of by just bending the bracket out a little bit. It wouldn't take much to give us what we need, clearance-wise. Because right now the fender is twisted like this also slightly because it's hitting right there. So I was trying to avoid modifying the struts of the frame if I didn't have to. But right now all we gotta do is heat this up right here a little bit, and you can just bend that thing right out. Put it wherever you want to. The shock is it's double harm, so it won't hurt it too bad. It'll be slightly out of skew, but otherwise you're gonna have to put a big cut here in the fender. Now if we move this out, we'll have to bend the strut in flush. But you know, I can just make it like this where it just bends in a little bit on this side. Take those washers out that are in there, and I can put this bracket right next to the edge of this frame. You know, bend, move it in like that, or whatever it takes to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
So that's up to you if you want to go, if you want to do that or not. It's even out, you're gonna have to notch the fender out, put a big dimple in it, put a big cut in the damn thing like
the
that.
bolt?
Yeah, for the frame. We're not even
Yeah.
gonna hold.
I mean, I think the dimple options. It's not even going to be visible, will it?
Oh yeah, you'll see it.
Oh, yeah? Under the seat and next to the fender
Well,
strip?
if you get in there and look at it, it'll be there, but
Seems better to fuck with the fender than to fuck with the frame.
yeah, we're dealing with the frame anyway. I've already bent to one side, so I think it'd be easier if we just bent the frame over a little bit.
Okay.
We don't even have to bend it at the shock. We can bend it right here. Just bend it right behind the shock, so we don't even affect it down. Don't even affect that. You can bend it right here, just like I bent this one in. We just bend this one out a little bit to clear the fender. The fender's not going to go in much more than what it is. It just has to clear this little corner right here. Is all we got to clear. And I can bend the, I can bend the strut to do whatever we want. I've already proven I can bend the strut without really hurting anything. You know, it didn't really hurt the chrome any. Genuine Harley chrome holds up. It's that aftermarket crap that flakes off. So, all right. So I think we'll bend that a little bit. I'll check the shock stud alignment and see if it looks like these are perfectly lined up with each other. They look like they're pretty close. So probably wind up just bending the frame right there. That way it'll have equally shitty powder coat on both of them after I heat it up. Alright, and I gotta cut the tube out of the inside of the fender too, so let's get the fender off and see what happens, because all this stuff changes when we do the fender. Here you go. Alright, so who put this in there? Did you put that in there?
No, I would never.
You're not the guy that did that?
No. You want me to put the camera on the tripod? It's the same as before. It's nothing special, but.
Just you vibrating all over the place at the moment?
Yeah. Oh, I just meant with you doing this. One second. Let me get this set up. There we go. There we go.
Did you leave the camera away all the sparks? Great. Give me the hammer over there.
You hit the
Give me
camera.
a steel hammer.
Steel hammer. The
The
big
one
old heavy one?
No, the one by the toolbox over there.
Toolbox.
What are you filming over here anyway? Fender's way up in the air.
It was filming it. It was. Wait, where?
Toolbox.
There. This?
No, toolbox.
Toolbox. Which drawer? This one. Got it. There you go.
Dumbass. Dumbass.
Why didn't the other one work?
I didn't cut enough off yet. Why didn't what?
Why didn't this one work?
Which one?
This hammer.
This one's heavier. Oh, jeez, I broke something. There. Need a toothpicker? That's warm, too. Put that in your pocket. Yeah, I did more damage to this fender than I did the last time. Somebody put some cut marks in your fender. I don't know how that happened. Ah. Look at that crappy job. Look at that big cut marks in there.
What do you think of this view, Keenan?
Ah,
Good? Like this? Higher up? Like that?
Hit the drive button for a hold. Okay, that's our interference, see?
Yeah.
Right there. See, it's hard to hold the camera, hold the fender, do everything. Here, do your job.
You can't just push it through there?
See, it's off by about 3/16 of an inch there.
I see.
That's how much this needs to go over to get out of dead wire. To make the fender go in there where it belongs. Well, that's how much of a hole we're gonna have to put in the fender to dimple it to make it work. And the fender does get lower now, so at least now it's a smaller dimple mark. See how the fender dropped?
Yeah.
You know why it dropped?
What, you didn't take out a belt, what?
I mean, I didn't take out a belt. What's that thing on the floor over there?
Oh, there we go. So you did take out a belt.
Yes, I did. So now I don't have to bend the frame. Now we got to put a little dimple right there where it's hitting. You have to put it in that spot. The fender's still cocked over a little bit, see? The fender's half cocked. Okay, so where do you want the fender to sit?
Where the lines are.
Actually, I can bend the fender over like that. There, I can tilt the fender. It's basically just rubbing on that spot now. Look at that. There you go. We're good. I still got the... I could probably just grind the tit off the back of that frame a little bit and we'll do what we need. We can do that.
That sounds easiest.
It is easy.
So with this, it was sitting, before it was sitting a bit lower.
Shouldn't be any lower than it was.
Or a bit like that. That's how it was sitting before. Which looks good.
We'll keep changing it though. Okay, pull the fender over there. Go. Yeah, shit, yeah.
What?
Get that fender out of the way. Hey, I can't get in there. Those damn tires in the way.
I'll take the tire out?
Damn it.
Do you want me to take the tire out?
No, I don't feel like doing that much work.
Yeah, I don't either. You gonna use a disc grinder or something?
No.
Hand file? Seems like a lot of work.
Manual labor says we're going to do it by the old method. Smooth as a baby butt. You didn't have to work that hard either. Look at that.
Almost no work. I just stand up, then kneel down, then stand up again.
You had to watch me work. See, look at that. The corner has now been opened up through there now. So now the fender should fit in there better. As long as this belt stays centered. Why do you keep moving the belt off center? Who did that? All right. Try this again. What mock-up are we on now?
What mock-up are we on now?
Yeah.
Fender.
About 30 times now you've had this fender on and off?
Yeah, well, it was like, you know, axle, fucking with the axle and so on. The spacing. Nice.
Look at that.
There's clearance.
There's clearance there. It's like it's hanging on the belt now. Look at that.
There.
There what?
That's where the lines are on the fender.
Is that where you want it?
Yeah. Yeah, I liked it there.
Have to make it equal. All right, Junior likes it right there. Where's your seat at? The seat should have got lower now. Is there a gap on the front of the seat now? Or I mean on the back side of the front? Underneath? Or is it following it now?
Looks like there's a gap. I can't see, but it looks like... You got that flashlight there?
Under where your elbow's at.
Under here?
Under where your elbow's at. Is there a gap under there now? Or is it sitting flat against the frame and the fender evenly?
It's sitting up against the fender. No, there's a gap.
Gap where?
in the center of the seat. Like right here.
Okay.
There's a gap right in the center.
So the fender's a little bit lower than what the seat wants to be right now.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Along the whole thing, actually.
The whole thing's just sitting in the air, it's not hitting anything?
Well, it's hitting the frame here and it's hitting here, but I don't think it's hitting much on the actual seat.
It's sitting on the back tab.
It's
of the
hitting a
back.
little bit here,
Yeah.
but nothing like here.
Yeah, we lowered it down, so it's a little bit lower than it was. Alright, so somewhere in there is where you're going to want it, I guess.
Yeah.
Now right now we only got the one spacer worth of shim under the tires, so you're, when you hit a big ass bump, it might come up and rub up under the fender. But it'd have to be a big ass bump. And more than likely the exhaust pipe would hit too, so I think you're safe in that spot. Okay, now you have to drill some holes in the fender and not in the tire. If that's where you want it to be.
Yeah, but that's not necessarily the seat that we're going with. Shouldn't we find the seat that we're actually going with before we...
I said the fender. You have to mount the fender on the bike, not the other way around.
And then we find a seat to match the fender?
Seat, you're on your own. I'm trying to get the fender on the bike. I don't give a shit about the seat. We're trying to make the bike go together quicker than what you want to do it. Okay, so we're going to have to drill the fender out and not put any holes into the tire.
We can't just mark off the fender with a Sharpie and then drill into it?
You can try doing it that way.
Is that not a good way to do it?
I like drilling right with the bike on a bike so it doesn't move, because the fender strut is the drill gauge. You're pretty well guaranteed it's going to fit if you drill through the fender on the strut.
That's a good point.
Kind of self-aligning. If you do it the other way, it might have some
Unless you
issues.
put the drill in at an angle.
Well, you know, if you're doing it, we might have an issue, yeah. So, I might be able to drill a little bit quicker, a little bit straighter.
You're saying I don't have good dexterity?
Yeah,
Saying I have problems lining things up?
possibly. There might be some issues in there someplace.
Yeah, let's do it though.
Okay, so now if we put a hole in a tire, whose fault is it?
My fault?
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
Even though you're drilling.
Well, you let me do it, so
There we go.
it's your fault.
Yeah. I should have
Okay.
pushed for doing it off the bike.
Yeah, you should have pushed harder. All right, we'll be back.